Welcome, everyone, to the GWO Alpha Omega pay-per-view.
Here we are.
In what will be Los Angeles, California. But we are here at the very beginning of time.
As close as we could get while still having an audience.
Exactly, yeah. There's still some people in the audience here.
We need someone to pay for it, right?
Of course, yes. We need that cashola.
Yes. Can't do it to an empty crowd.
Yes. So we are here. The Alpha Omega event will be taking place at the beginning of time and at the end of time.
So we'll have two arenas in two different places.
Yes, it's all about the beginning and the end, the new and the old. So right here, our first event, the Bookkeeper versus Kenneth Fyreman.
Now this one's an interesting one. They have no heat against each other. There's no animosity between these two competitors. It's just a way, it's almost a respect match.
Exactly. I mean, they haven't even really interacted in years. Kenneth Fyreman obviously has been away studying the luchador system, the glormation system, so him and the Bookkeeper haven't interacted in ages.
Yes, and I believe that's why the Bookman wants to face him, is to learn what he's learned through fighting him.
Exactly. He is a man of knowledge. So
yes, he's a learned man.
Exactly. So he wants to study his opponent and learn just exactly how he's changed in these past few years.
Yes, and an interesting note for Kenneth Fyreman, he came back as Lewis Carpenter's tag team partner.
Exactly, yeah.
But
trying to restructure the servicemen.
Right, and the sad news is that Lewis Carpenter is no longer with us here at GWO. He's been missing ever since last pay-per-view.
Yeah, we've been trying to find him. We have no idea where he is. He's just gone.
He had the rematch clause.
Exactly.
For his tag team titles, which now at this point...
Yeah, this is not... He can't do it anymore. But yeah, we have no idea where Lewis Carpenter's gone, but it looks like here in this event, we see some sort of resurgence of the servicemen, even though they are opposing each other in this match.
Well, I think this is a gateway for Kenneth Fyreman.
Yes.
That way he can
get back into the...
establish himself as a singles competitor once again.
Exactly.
Something that he wasn't used to. Not only his return back, but even before, he's always been the tag team man.
Exactly, yeah. Always a part of the servicemen. Obviously, back in the day, the servicemen were a large group of me, Lewis Carpenter, the Bookkeeper, Kenneth Fyreman, Finley, Firefiend Finley. Were there any others in there? I mean, it was such a huge...
At one point, I felt like...
There were a few others that came and go. They come and go, but those were the main five.
Right, and at one point, I feel like you encompassed half of the GWO.
Oh, indeed, yes. We took it over at some point, but, it's dissolved over the years and really just gone down. Everybody's become singles competitors, mostly.
Oh!
Right on the back, right on the tailbone there.
But didn't get all of it, if you'll notice. So
yeah.
He kind of almost got his legs as well.
Yeah.
But geez, this Fireman, he's great. I mean, he's got so much speed and strength now.
Studied with the Glormations on their planet. Again, 1.5 times gravity on that planet. So he is... This Earth gravity for him is just nothing.
It's nothing. And you could see it from the speed at which he does his moves.
It's the flips, the runs, the kicks. It's just all lightning
He is
fast.
high energy beyond anything I remember.
Yes, and he's spry young folk. And like we said, the Alpha Omega pay-per-view, it's all about the new and the old. Obviously, you see that the Bookkeeper, he is an elderly gentleman. Kenneth Fyreman, just about 20, mid-20s. Obviously, Bookkeeper in his early 60s.
Yes, but Bookkeeper has always been extremely strong. Remember, he used to be your enforcer.
Oh, yes. Bodyguard. That would help me to and from my matches, help out with defending my honor. So, really strong man, really strong. Always been training ever since he left his job as a librarian.
Yes. If I remember correctly, he was fired because he attacked someone who wasn't being quiet.
Exactly, yeah. He told them to be quiet. They would not be quiet. So he kneed them in the face off of one of those wheelie ladders.
Oh yeah, those wheelie ladders. Okay.
And so he was banned from Haiti, actually, just in general.
Oh, the whole
not
country?
Allowed. Yeah, exactly. He had a grand library he built himself in Port-au-Prince, Haiti, banned from the entire country.
That's
for
right.
assault.
Oh my gosh, it's been so long.
Yes. So one of these days he might return back to his home. I mean,
if he's allowed.
I believe the ban has lifted at this point. It was only about a decade or so, but he's been so enthralled with the GWO lately that he really hasn't had a chance to venture back to his home.
It's understandable. This is an integral part to every one of us.
Yes.
It's the great GWO.
The great GWO. Every person on the planet, every person in the galaxy
just wants to be us.
Exactly. They want to watch, they want to wrestle, they want to be in the GWO universe.
And that's later tonight we're actually going to have something about that. The Glormations.
Yes, the Glormations are going to have another battle against each other.
Yeah, this time it's for a single roster spot because we can only take one Glormation.
Yeah.
We can only add so much at a time. And so the two Glormations that you saw from our last pay-per-view.
Yes, the TM51 and
Willam.
Yeah, Wild Willam. They will have their feud match there, not only to fight for a roster spot, but to fight for TM51's freedom. As we mentioned, he is a Glormation slave working in the mines.
Yes, so, I mean, if he wins, he will become one of the GWO family and one of us and finally be free.
Exactly. And then Wild Willam, as we mentioned before, is a famous Glormation musician, and he is taking his foray into the wrestling world. So he wants to show not only Glormat, but the whole galaxy that he is a top-tier wrestler, top-tier entertainer.
Right. So, stakes are, fame and fortune and, freedom.
Exactly, yeah. So kind of, privilege versus life,
right?
Essentially.
Right. About equal.
Yes, pretty much. So again, torquing Kenneth's neck there, trying to really
slow down his pace.
Yes, exactly.
That's what he's trying to do. Is he's trying to make sure that
he's trying to grip that knowledge out of his head.
Well, that might be it. But what I'm thinking is that he's trying to slow him down.
Mm-hmm.
He's such a fast man that he can't even comprehend what he's going to do next.
Exactly. And
he's got to slow him
smashing
down.
His head into the turnbuckle there as well.
Yeah, take it to the body. If you take it to the body, you get rid of their stamina. If you get rid of their stamina, they can't run as fast.
Mm. So he is just trying to put as much pain and pressure on those shoulders, on that head, on that neck. He wants to wear him down. Obviously, Kenneth has those strong arms, so he wants to wear down his punching strength, his punching speed. Oof. Boom, right there on the mat. Look at all those beautiful early men, early women in the crowd. Just from the beginning of time coming here.
And such a diverse crowd, too.
Exactly. This is the first time they've ever heard of wrestling and ever seen wrestling before.
Does that mean we invented wrestling?
That very may well be.
We invented wrestling.
We invented wrestling. We also, they were so enamored with wrestling and with this event and with this stadium that we built that they actually built us a nice, what would you call it? Statue, a nice memorial.
A monument.
Monument, yes. Which we have called Stonehenge.
Yeah.
So
it's something, it's not too impressive, but it's something that they're able to do. And so, as a proud parent,
yes,
you like to place it on the fridge.
Exactly. So we'll put it, over in the UK somewhere over there.
Yeah, which will be nice.
Yes, I think everyone will appreciate that monument to the success of the GWO, to the beautiful wrestling organization that we have here, which is exactly what Stonehenge is about. Ooh, going for it. He's not. See, even though this is a respect match, he is not pulling any punches.
No, absolutely not. That wouldn't be respectful.
Exactly. He doesn't want to let Kenneth win. He wants a fair fight. He wants a strong fight, and he wants a strong beginning to the Alpha Omega pay-per-view.
And that's really the way and the code of the librarian.
Exactly. You can come into any old library and it might be dusty and nobody says hi to you, but he really wants to make sure you have a great time and shows you a great library. So that's what he does in his matches as well.
I'd also like to point out our arena here right now.
Oh, yes.
You see everything on the outside is made out of stone.
Exactly. We had workers tirelessly chiseling away at those stones.
Yes, and so that's actually going to be harder than concrete, or not harder, but rather more coarse.
Exactly.
If you get slammed on that, you're going to get cuts.
Yeah, you're going to get scraped up. It's like a cheese grater right there.
Yes. And then these ropes right here, they're made out of true rope.
Yes, exactly. Hand weaved by everyone. So that's also going to be pretty rough. You're going to get a nice rope burn there if you rub up against that.
The mat itself animal skin.
Yes. Pure, just tanned straight from the sun. Beautiful. Some beautiful craftsmanship in this arena. And again, just putting pressure on that neck, really trying to wear him down, and then stomping right on his face.
Slow him up because, he definitely does not have the speed. Being the brute that he is, he doesn't want to run around. Oof!
And yes, and he does want to learn from Kenneth about the studies he's done and the fighting and training that he's done. But he also wants to show him that, hey, you did all that training, but I'm still better. He wants to show him that he's been training as well.
Right, absolutely.
There he goes. Ooh.
Nice
splashing
frog
right
splash.
on. Yeah. Going for the pin here.
You need that water to tame that fire.
Yes, exactly.
It's not enough, though. Not enough.
No,
not
enough.
for the bookkeeper.
Exactly. He has the knowledge and the wherewithal to know that he can kick out the last second.
Yes, and his torso is as thick as the books that he holds in his library.
Yes, exactly. He's like an encyclopedia right there.
Yeah. He's like the fun book that you try to rip open.
Yeah, but you can't because it's just so thick, and that's his barrel chest right there. Ooh, slamming him right into the corner right there.
So it looks like our fireman's trying to tenderize it.
Yes.
Trying to weaken it up a bit so that next time he goes for that splash,
it's going to do even more damage than it did the first time.
Right.
When it looks like he might be setting up... Oh, he's going for a pin right here. Interesting. Let's see if he gets it. Nope. Bookkeeper's not having any of that. Sitting up right away.
I will say here at the GWO, you never know when the pinfall will happen.
Exactly. It's always a mystery. It could happen 2 minutes into the match. It could happen 20 minutes into the match.
There are definitely... moves that we use that are stronger than others.
Yes.
Ones that we specialize in, if you will. But it never means the end of the actual match.
Exactly, yeah, because these wrestlers, as we say all the time, they have galactic strength. So no matter what, even if you do your finisher, your special attack, they can always get right back up. You never know when someone's going to win. You never know when someone's going to come back and take that win. It's always a mystery.
And that's why we take only the best here
exactly.
at GWO.
We don't take any sort of wrestlers like some of our other promotions, some of the other promotions around the world do. WWE, people like that. They just take any riffraff that comes off the streets. But we have premium wrestlers here. Galactic class, galactic quality wrestlers here at the GWO. And look at them going out of the ring.
Absolutely. Threw a clothesline,
yes.
Took him down to the bottom, and then he landed on his feet.
Exactly. That's that spryness right there.
And he, it's not like he's a tall man who just he went over and he could just step down.
Yeah,
No. He had the agility, the wherewithal
to spin that thing and get right back on his feet.
Look at the danger they're in right now.
Yes, on the like we mentioned that straggly, that raw stone right there. Not smoothed out at all.
I think Kenneth is actually cut on the head.
I believe so, yes. I believe the bookkeeper stomped him at some point or kicked him in the head, and he's bleeding from his forehead right there.
That just goes to show you the roughness of our canvas.
Exactly.
And the roughness of the stone that we have here.
Yes, the canvas, obviously, like we said, built out of mammoth skin. They shaved it, skinned it, tanned it. Beautiful mat right there.
Yeah, even at this point, there's not too many of them left, but... We wanted to make it the best.
Yes. So we decided to skin and kill 10 mammoths to make this beautiful wrestling mat, which we will destroy soon after.
Yes, but don't worry, we did eat the meat.
Exactly, yes. We fed it to the crowd at a premium.
And the wrestlers.
Yes, of course. Our wrestlers get the free food, but obviously we need to charge the people in the arena for the food.
Yes. And at this point, they don't have a currency system, so we might have invented... currency.
Yeah, I think we said, well,
just give us all your shiny shit.
Exactly, yes. And since they built this beautiful stadium for us, they helped build it. We gave that shiny shit back to them, and then they paid it back again to us for the food. So really,
what a vicious cycle.
Yes,
and they learned from it.
A back and forth of capitalism here. And look at them wearing shirts as well. When we came here, they were savage. They didn't have any clothes at all, but we said, hey, take these clothes. We pretty much invented clothes as well.
We did it all.
We did a lot of firsts here on the Alpha Omega event. Ooh, slamming down, but Kenneth gets right back up. That is that youthful energy right there at work. Oh, and here he goes. Going to slam him right back into the mat again. Let's see if he's going to go for the pin this time. He looks a little weary. Looks like he's trying to find a great angle to stomp on him, I guess. There we go. Kenneth slowly getting back up. You can see this pressure and the attacks wearing on Kenneth already. But the Bookkeeper will not give up. He will not back away.
Of course not. And it would be insulting if Kenneth thought that he would ever get any mercy from the Bookkeeper.
Yes, no, especially after all these years of them not interacting. The Bookkeeper's got to show him that even if he has gotten old, he's still the good old Bookkeeper that Kenneth knew back in the day.
Yes, and there's a bit of a viciousness that has developed through this match.
Yes.
Neither one wants to quit, and I think it's irritating both men.
Of course, yes. They are getting angered and annoyed that this match is still going on, but, they won't give up. They want to take this pride and this win. And look at that again, kicking out.
A superplex.
Amazing.
From the top rope down to the canvas. Mm-hmm. By the way, underneath the canvas, stone.
Yes, yeah, no sponge, no bouncy. It's all stone. It's that animal skin, honestly, not doing much.
No, absolutely not. The only thing it's really preventing is cuts every single time you hit the floor.
Because obviously, like we said, it's a nice tanned leather.
Going for that splash
leather.
Again.
Oh, here we go. Ooh, splashing that water on the fire. Gonna go for the pin. Let's see if he can get it here on the Bookkeeper this time. Oh my goodness!
Gosh. Oh,
These men will not give up. They will keep going until their last breaths, because that's the kind of wrestling they want to show these people here at the beginning of time.
What a barn burner right now.
Exactly.
This is just the opening match of Alpha Omega.
And it's a master class in wrestling.
This is just the first match.
Exactly, yes.
What do you think's going to happen by the time we get to the main event?
Who knows? Anything could happen. Anything at all. This is the GWO. We don't everything's a surprise.
Everything.
We don't know what's going to happen.
I don't even know what I'm going to say.
Exactly.
I might say
Banana
something.
sandwich.
Just out of something. Yeah, sure. I mean, beer,
Did you expect that?
No.
That at all?
Bam.
Nothing is expected here. Expect the unexpected. As we like to say here, that's our catchphrase.
I mean, one day you might open it up and then bam, look at that. It's boxing. It's not even wrestling. It's just straight up boxing.
Yeah. Open it up. It's a musical.
Bam. It's like
just
Broadway.
A musical, yeah. You never know what's going to happen here at the GWO, but you know that it's going to be amazing.
And it's going to be quality.
Exactly.
3 Michelin stars. That's why I rate GWO.
Yes. Well, obviously, I mean, we serve food here, and we get 3 Michelin stars for that food, that mammoth meat.
Yes. Well, I mean, we're the only cooks in all of history, so bam, we invented Michelin stars too.
Exactly. We invented the restaurant. We invented a lot of things here tonight at the Alpha Omega event. Ooh, slamming his brain down. That heavy brain with all that knowledge in it.
Technically, every single time a wrestler does a move that hasn't been done,
that's the first time that move's ever been done.
Boom, they can name it. That neck breaker, now it's become, I don't know.
Kenny special.
Yeah, Kenneth special.
Yep.
Boom, look at that.
Look at that.
Drop kick? More like Kenny's kick.
Kenny's good kick. And here he is setting up for, who knows? Kenny's splash. Ooh, that was interesting right there.
Sets him up to be on the top rope. Wow, what an innovative man.
Oh, no. Oh, goodness. Look at that. Bookkeeper not feeling good in the chest
referee's
area.
Actually having to check on him by looking the opposite direction.
He has to look at the
He's like,
monitors.
Oh, can you continue over there?
He's looking at the monitors to get a nice close-up on the Bookkeeper instead of going to him and looking at him with his own eyes.
Well, his chest must be absolutely wrecked.
Of course,
if the ref has to be like, are you sure you can go on over there?
Yes, please go over there to our medics. But no, he's not giving up. Look at him on the second rope. Oh my goodness!
That knee, that was the same knee, wasn't it?
Yes, that was the same exact move that he used to quiet that patron of the library that one fateful day.
This might be the end.
Here he goes. Look at this.
Getting all that blood rushing to the head.
Buster.
This is it.
There he is. Oh,
it's
my
over.
Goodness.
Well, congratulations to the Bookkeeper, not holding back at all.
No, he cannot. He wants to show his friend Kenneth that, he's been missing a lot here.
5-star match, easily.
Amazing. Simply amazing. Look at all these splashes that Kenneth did. All that damage that he did to the Bookkeeper, and yet the Bookkeeper still prevailed and got the pin. Look at that. Just kicking out at the last second every time. It looked like he was going to slap his butt there, but...
He decided not to.
Yes, no, he hesitated for a second.
Yeah, I think he realized who he was going to do it to, and he's just like, let's not do that.
Yeah, exactly. Dragging him into the middle, but nothing he did prevailed because the Bookkeeper got that win.
I'm glad that the referee did not stop the match.
Exactly, he almost did. He looked over to the side and almost stopped the match by yelling to the people we have over there.
Hey, check this guy out. He looks pretty bad, don't he?
Yeah, look at him. Look at him right there. Oh, yeah. Jeffrey is amazed that he's still standing. But here he is, your winner, the Bookkeeper. And we'll be right back here on the GWO Alpha Omega event.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to GWO's Alpha Omega. We have our next match coming up. Wendy, the Kid Thomas versus Pet Mom. Now, as you'll notice, both of them have their managers there to help them out. Of course, Wendy Thomas has her father, Dave Thomas, and Pet Mom actually has her daughter, Fyreman Finley.
Exactly, yes. This is a rematch from last month's pay-per-view.
An astounding match.
Yes, amazing. Iron Woman match. Pet Mom took out that victory right at the last minute, but Dave Thomas, he wasn't there. He was nowhere to be seen because he was working those grills.
Right, and he was making the fresh square patties that we all love.
Beautiful Dave's doubles, but he was angry that Pet Mom won, and he knew that the reason that she won was because he wasn't there to support his daughter.
Well, knew is a strong word.
Yes.
It's just the feeling he had in his heart. It's how he feels in his heart. He knows that if he was there, Wendy would have taken that crown.
Yes. And so he says, you know what, rematch, I'm going to be there, I'm going to support her, and she's going to win this time.
Yes, and of course, Fyreman Finley saw this as unfair.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, if Wendy, the younger one, gets a manager to help, from her side, she's going to need to support her mom.
Yes. So she decided to come in as her mother's manager and help out in this match.
It's a beautiful moment because they had a strained relationship, Fyreman Finley and Pet Mom.
Exactly. Yeah, they really opposing viewpoints as far as most things go, but they've really reconciled their differences in the past few months.
Yes. And of course, as many people will remember, a few months ago, Wendy made her main roster debut against Fyreman Finley, in which she won handedly.
Mm-hmm. So there's also that sort of
tension.
Exactly. But here they are getting into the ring right here. And now I wanted to mention at the top, we always say these GWO events are pay-per-views, and I always get these messages saying, I get to watch these for free in my galaxy's most popular streaming service. Why do you call it a pay-per-view? And I just want to say, you don't pay with money. That's all I'm going to say about it. So just going to squash that question right there. Nip it in the bud.
No questions. No more questions about that.
We're not taking any more questions about that.
You can ask us other things, though, like how Pet Mom stays so youthful.
Exactly. And you know what it is? Yoga.
Yes.
Space yoga.
DDP space yoga.
Exactly. Do it in zero gravity. It does beauties for the pores and the muscles.
Also, she dyes her hair.
Yeah.
Just a little secret.
Rogaine for women. That's what she uses.
Leg goes right through the mat. Beautiful.
That's the strength. As we mentioned in the previous match, pure stone under that mat. So that's the strength that Pep Mom has in those thighs.
So strong.
She can just shove those legs right into the stone.
And she's just like, move aside, Stone.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
And so here they are, and look at that. Dave Thomas, Fire Fiend Finlay in the back, just trying to support their wrestlers, trying to support their family. Both of them, family with each other.
Wendy going in for the
pin right away.
Quick pin.
Imagine if that would have been the end. Imagine. That would have been beautiful.
That would have been humiliating.
That would have been delicious, just like
Grandma would have to get in here.
Exactly. That would have been so delicious, but not as delicious as the Dave's Doubles at Wendy's.
Right, and at this point, Goth Grandma can't be coming in here. Because she actually has a match later tonight.
Exactly. She is as far away time-wise as she could possibly be, because she will be having her match on the Omega end of this pay-per-view at the end of the universe.
Yes, the far future. Now, it's as far as we can go and still have an audience,
of course,
mind
yes,
you.
At that point, people's lives will start to decay and they'll start dying off. So we got as close.
It's actually at the point where atoms will start to actually break apart by themselves. So
pretty much right after the event happens, everyone will dissolve.
Right.
So this is the last thing that they will ever see. A nice match between Goth Grandma and one of her rivals, or a granddaughter of her rivals, Jane Johnston, the granddaughter of Annie Six-Shooter Johnston.
Yes. That was incredible that we were able to find her.
Yes.
She's actually was training with her grandma.
Yeah, exactly.
Down in Texas.
Mm-hmm. Because as we mentioned a while ago, Goth Grandma came up in the wrestling circuit in Texas fighting against Annie Six-Shooter Johnston. She got a lot of her moves she took from Annie Six-Shooter Johnston.
Well, she won her first title off of her.
Exactly.
She was the veteran.
Yes. And so there's always been this sort of animosity brewing in the Johnston family against the Goth Grandma family.
Right.
So that's going to come to a head at the end. That's our main event.
I will say, I actually went to the practice for Annie, and her granddaughter is just great.
Yes.
And it was
wrestler.
Technically, she is just a masterpiece.
Yes, she's been training, so much down in the Indies in Texas, just going all across the country, training exactly for this moment to avenge her family's honor.
And you will see that she is just an absolute specialist when it comes to submissions.
Oh, yes.
She might have trained with Dean Malenko. I'm not quite sure.
Yeah.
She has more than 1,000 holds.
Yes. Oh, and here we go. Ooh. Tossing her down there. See, Pep Mom, she wants to show... There is this kind of showmanship going on with both of these competitors. Pep Mom wants to show Fire Fiend Finlay that just because she's old doesn't mean she can't wrestle.
Right.
And Wendy, she wants to prove herself in the eyes of Dave. Dave obviously loves her, but she wants to show him that, I'm a big girl. I can hold my own. She's a little embarrassed about Dave being here, to be honest.
Speaking about a big girl, she just grabbed a woman who was trying to give her a hurricanrana.
Exactly. Tossed her right on the ropes.
Yeah, tossed her onto... She grabbed her in a powerbomb, tossed her into a fireman, tossed her into a rope.
Amazing.
That strength,
that's the
second
strength.
to none.
Yeah. That's that Wendy's grilled strength right there. And it looks like Fire Fiend really liking that kick right in the face and going for the pin here.
Really broiling her at this point.
See, Pep Mom, right before this, on Brawl Day, actually, this past Monday, talked about this upcoming match, saying, you know what? I'm going to flame broil you. And you know why? It's because I like Burger King better.
Dang.
And so that really struck a nerve in Wendy's heart.
There we go. Finally got that hurricanrana.
Ooh, celebrating that hurricanrana. She finally got it off, and Wendy's still hurting down there.
This is definitely not an easy match for Wendy.
Yes, exactly. They're both trying their hardest because, a first match is always, fine and dandy, but a rematch, that's where you really get the skill and the stamina coming out.
Well, yeah, you've recently faced your opponent before, so you know what they're going to throw at you.
Exactly.
You can adjust your game plan and actually make counters for it.
Yes. And so they have studied each other's move.
Okay. Pep Mom decided to leave the ring and then coming straight back. I guess she wanted to get on the top rope, but forgot where it was.
It might have looked like she was trying to reach for some sort of weapon down below, but obviously this is just a straight match. Ooh. Oh my goodness.
I thought that might have been the end.
I
was a little
good
scared.
one, yeah. Slamming down into the stomach right there. Obviously, the stomach's pretty full from those nice square burgers.
Right, and with having that much food in your stomach, you might throw up. It does give you a lot of energy.
Exactly.
But jostle that around a little bit, and
all that
bleh.
oil, that fried food, just really rumbling around in that tummy.
Yeah, but it always comes out hot.
Oh yes,
fresh.
So good. It's always fresh, never frozen.
The crispness of the lettuce.
That chili, that beautiful simmered chili.
Those buns.
You can see Dave down there actually making some chili right below the stage. He's making it right below the mat.
Yeah, and you can see that he's kind of distracted. He's like, "Hold on,
he's cutting an onion.
I'm right up on this grill right here." He's just those grilled onions. Yeah. I was gonna say that the buns. Not a lot of people know this. Buns made fresh every day.
Oh yes, it's everything's artisan fresh at Wendy's. And yeah, Dave down there actually, we were serving some of that mammoth meat to the audience, to the competitors, and he's like, you know what? I can make a nice chili out of this. And so that's exactly what he's doing.
Boom. Wendy's famous chili. Add some cheese on it.
Oh yes, beautiful. Sour cream right on top, a little dollop. Delicious.
It's great. These people had a culinary explosion.
Yes.
They had been picking berries and
killing saber-toothed tigers.
Yeah, but they would have to walk after it.
Yeah.
A long time and you'd get tired. It was crazy.
But actually Dave is thinking of setting up a franchise here at the beginning of the world.
Yes, and so he could become the first entrepreneur, the first
franchise.
Yeah, the first fast food.
Yes, exactly. And obviously, since we have this power of time manipulation, we can just have us, bring in some fresh produce for him.
Yes, absolutely.
Start that business going up right. I mean, we obviously we need to negotiate partnership, some sort of shareholder situation. We're not going to do this for free.
Yes, but of course, we already have infinite money. So
yes, so we don't necessarily need it, but we need. Oh, I thought that was going to be a pin for sure.
I thought that was going to be a pin for sure. That was insane. That was the cheerleading background of Pep Mom right there coming out. That corkscrew, what was it, backflip?
Yeah, I believe so, yes. Oof. Nice cheerleader move right there. But Wendy getting out of it just at the last second. It looks like she's getting worn down a little bit.
Stopped.
Reversed it. That's
absolutely stopped.
Not in my house, she says. I'm all about BK.
I will say this. Dave Thomas is not breaking up the counts when it seems like Wendy's about to fail. But I will say this. That just goes to show you the kind of hope and trust.
Yes, that faith that
he has that his daughter will kick out.
See, it is a little bit of faith in his daughter, and it also might be that he might just be too focused on the chili at this point. He's tossing in a little... Ooh, I gotta toss a little paprika in there. It's a little low. And some garlic salt. Oh, is she getting pinned? Oh, well. Let me just turn it to low.
Yeah, let's let this simmer for a bit, and I'll figure out what I gotta do afterwards.
But it looks like Wendy's holding her own, so I think he can continue to cook that chili. I don't think she needs too much help from Dave at this point. Whipping Pep Mom into the corner. Pep Mom getting a little worn out.
Just trying to go for a finisher. Yeah. Just trying to go for it.
Trying to set it up, but Pep Mom will not let it happen.
Just absolutely refuses.
Whipping Pep Mom right at her father, showing her father, look at me, I'm doing this. She's actually going to grab a cup of that chili real quick, just because she's getting a little tuckered out.
I think we're going to get it.
Here it is.
Always fresh, never frozen.
Ooh, flipping her just like the grills, just like the patties right onto the grill. Looks like she's going to go for the pin right here. Will she get it?
She did.
She did it, and that's exactly what Dave Thomas knew would happen. He knew with the support of him being there that his daughter Wendy could take this win.
And that'll put her back on track to actually facing Slick Jackie for the championship.
Exactly, yeah. That's look at this shot right here. This is
beautiful. Don't know why our cameraman didn't decide to just change positions or have the audience member please put down his poster. But decisions. Maybe he didn't think we'd ever get his angle.
It's interesting why we have a cameraman just in the crowd instead of there are sections that you can be not in the crowd. But he was.
I think it was because this was so much in demand that they actually didn't have a spot. They're like, oh, we sold that spot.
Yeah.
That was meant for him as a cameraman. So he just had to buy a ticket.
Yeah, he had to just sit in the crowd with his camera.
And like he wasn't in like the front row.
Yeah,
He's like, oh, I can only get floor seats that are in the back row behind all these people.
And then like he had a hassle at security because they're like, why are you bringing in a camera? And he's like, oh, I'm a cameraman. That's what I do. And they're like, oh, let me check that camera.
Let me see if there's any spears in here.
It was a whole ordeal. But either way, we will be right back with another match here on the Alpha Omega GWO pay-per-view. Let's go. Here we are, the GWO Alpha Omega pay-per-view. Here we have our tag team table match.
A special one.
Yes, exactly. The superstars versus the top two dads.
Now, we say special one because if the superstars lose tonight, they're kaputs.
Yes, of course. I mean,
total failure. That's why I'm going to place on this
Exactly.
one. We hadn't tried them as tag teams, but if they don't win as a tag team here, total failures.
Yes. As you know, our superstars, they are our experiment to try and breed the perfect wrestlers. We've gone through 9 other iterations before these, number 10 and 11.
Yes.
At this point, we decided to kind of branch off and try and make the perfect tag team.
Now, just a quick correction. I think that's 11 and that's 10.
Yeah. Yes, because you can tell by the muscle definition.
Are you sure?
11 has just a little bit more muscle. He's been training a little bit longer than 10 has.
Oh, okay. I think I could see that.
So if you squint, you can tell them apart. But really, there's no point because they're always going to be working together as a tag team.
Right. Of course. And they're their individual selves, so you know. Yeah,
exactly. They can
I
do
feel like I
whatever they
should have placed a mustache on one of them.
Maybe make it something to make him better differentiated. But you know that's for the other superstar. Obviously, I really don't believe these are going to be the ones, honestly. So
good luck to them.
We'll have better opportunity to differentiate them later.
When it comes to the table match, you never know what's going to happen because as soon as someone goes through a table,
it's over.
End of match. An interesting thing, not many people know this, but if you put yourself through a table, that doesn't actually end the match. So
really?
There are instances where people just
fall through a table.
Fall through a table, and it's like, well,
I guess
your opponent didn't do it.
Rid of this table, then.
Yeah. This one doesn't work. Oh, and here come the top two dads. Yes. Love these guys.
John and David right here.
I feel like John should be placed into Wendy's.
Oh, yes.
Cook grill.
Exactly.
Their school. I don't know what it's called, but
the Wendy's college.
His like burgers.
Mm-hmm.
Damn fun.
Top notch. He is obviously a pit master.
Yeah.
So he knows how to grill a good burger. I mean,
he was ecstatic for that mammoth meat.
Exactly. Yes, because he's never dealt with mammoth meat, obviously, because he is from a modern time.
Right. And so those steaks.
And then
pristine perfection.
David right here.
Just salt and pepper.
Super excited to actually be wrestling in the first ever wrestling ring. Because as you could have seen from his attire right there, he was a high school wrestler, amateur high school wrestler. So he is super excited to be here at the very first wrestling event.
Yeah, he is excited to know that he actually invented tag team wrestling.
Exactly, yeah. He was in the first ever tag team event. So we have, obviously, this is the Alpha Omega event. The new versus the old, young versus the old. We have superstars who are just barely 3 months at this point, 2 months old, I believe. No, they're about 3 months almost.
I think it's 3.
Because we birthed them right after 9 was killed.
Right, and it was for the tag team tournament that was coming up.
Exactly.
That's right, yeah. So it's a little bit of forward thinking.
On the cusp of being 3 months old, and then obviously top two dads, they are fathers. They're elderly beyond their years.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and as you can see, all the tropes are filled from the top two dads. One of them is balding. He's also wearing socks with sandals.
Yep.
The other one is wearing khaki cargo shorts because he wants to fill up, as much as he can.
Of course, yeah, graying right there on the sides. Got those white sport shoes. just typical dad stuff.
Yeah. It's what those are like New Balance, I think.
Yeah, New Balance shoes.
Yeah. I will say this: I love the fact that when the two dads come down to it, one has to put on a shirt, the other one has to take off an apron, and then boom, top two dads. That's their uniform there.
That's that synergy that they have right there.
Yes. And look at them working together. Look, top two dads. Dang! A ghost suplex.
He pulled the soul out of Superstar and suplexed it. Amazing. That's that kind of wrestling, galactic wrestling strength we like here. Superstar right there.
Metaphysical.
Otherworldly astral wrestling we do here. Ooh, but David not having a good time wrestling that spirit. I'm really hurting on the sidelines over there.
It really taxed him to take the soul out of a man. He's still like, I don't know. Should I help out my partner, or should I just leave?
I had this other out of body experience there. I'm kind of freaking out right now. Superstar right here setting up the table, trying to go for maybe putting one of his competitors through there, but
look
David's
at this.
Not having
look how
any
fat. Oh, jeez, I thought that was
gonna be it.
That was gonna be. I thought he was just gonna slam him right through.
He could have gone for it, but okay. John just punching David right there, stopping him from.
Well, he was just like, "Hey, guy, come out and help me."
Yeah, to pull him through this table.
Please, I'm getting my ass whooped right now.
Exactly.
I don't need you to have an existential crisis about whether or not we have a soul.
Yeah, because you pulled the spirit out of a man. Oh, goodness. Like a truly cacophonous match we have here.
And now we're both on the outside. These stone carvings will really cut into any competitor, especially superstars. Both of them.
The soft skin that they have, just being 3 months old.
Soft skin, and also being more exposed, almost going through a table, almost ending this match.
Just wearing those tights, that's all they have. So they're going to get scraped up, they're going to get skinned up, but we're just going to place them right back into our youthful rejuvenation tanks right after this match, so they'll be good to go.
And just so everyone knows, they might not go into rejuvenation tanks.
That's true, yes. If they do lose, they will be killed by Jeffrey.
Another small rule that people don't know is those announce tables don't count as tables.
Oh, yeah, so if you get put through those...
Don't count.
That just kind of sucks for the announcers.
Yep. They don't get a table no more.
They get to stand.
Yep.
That's it.
And we're not talking announcers like us, because we're ethereal. We don't need the table.
Exactly. I mean, they do have a table there for us. But
yeah, it's for the other...
Galactic basic announcers.
Yeah, like Galatians.
Yes, of course. And Glormations, everyone like that. Gooblakians.
Right, exactly. Oh, is he going through a table already?
Oh,
nope.
It looks like he might
it.
be setting it up right here, but Superstar is not going to have any of that. Superstar is going to defend his brother.
Of course. That's the whole point. This is not just about his brother.
Of course.
This is about saving his own life.
Yeah, and that's really... I think that is a good point when we make these wrestlers. We're trying to breed the perfect wrestler, and obviously something that makes a good wrestler is fear.
Fear of life.
Exactly, and so
fear
they
of
fight.
death.
They're fighting not only to become the best wrestler, but fighting for their own lives.
Yeah, could you have fear and still do what you do?
And at this point, do you think that one of these superstars even has a life anymore? David suplexed the soul out of him. He's
just a meat machine now.
He's just a shell of himself at this point. Now we have the ghost of one of the superstars roaming around this arena.
Oh my gosh, absolutely going after him.
Devastating.
Now, I will say this. If you break the table, just swing it at an opponent. I don't think that'll count.
Yeah,
I'm not sure, but I think for that wouldn't count.
Oh, but look at it. Look at this. John. Oh, okay. I thought he might be going to set up this table. Yes. John obviously has experience with setting up tables, being a pit master.
Yeah, so you have to set up the picnic in order for your family to feed, right?
Exactly. But Superstar coming back.
Both superstars coming back.
Ooh, damaging the top two dads. They're trying to show that.
And that's the precise timing that we place into them.
Exactly.
Because ultimately, the only thing that matters in a table match is the finish. Being placed through a table, and what better way than being placed through a table when you have your partner protecting you?
Exactly. And there's a start, there's a finish, whatever happens in the middle. that's up to you. And so they are trying to set up the best possible scenario to get someone through this table, but it looks like John's coming back into the ring here, and they might have a little bit of a rough situation on their hands. Ooh, John's setting it up. John's setting it up to go through the table. Can he do it?
He did! Out of nowhere. If you're not paying attention, you're not going to win.
Kneeling on the ground.
You have to pay attention at all times. Guess what? You're dead. Both of you.
It's Superstar 10, Superstar 11, Dunzo.
Boom.
Making a new one. Let's put some hair on this next boy.
Yeah. We're on Dr. 12 anyway, right?
Superstar 12, yep.
Yeah, we're going to get up to 13.
Here we go.
14.
They're gonna.
I hope I don't have to make it any more after that.
Hopefully not.
I hope they're better.
Let's try and make these new ones good.
I'm gonna put a mustache on them.
Ooh,
that's what I'm gonna do.
Let's do for number 12. We're gonna put a mustache on him, and that'll make him. Obviously, he's only gonna be a month old, but that'll make him seem wiser.
Right, and now that might give him the confidence.
Yes.
Yeah. So just so you know, boom,
mustache.
Superstar coming back as a single player again.
Yes. So here we go. Top two dads win this match, and this will be the last match here at the beginning of time. We're going to be heading all the way into the future to the end of time for this next match coming up.
Top two dads, not worried in the slightest that they killed two men, two sentient beings.
They have sent these two. Well, I mean, David did it with his own hands by pulling the soul out of him.
That's true, but they will have number one contendership for our next pay-per-view.
Exactly. So here we go. Come back. We'll be at the end of time here on the GWO Alpha Omega pay-per-view. Let's go. Here we are back at the Alpha Omega pay-per-view.
For the second half, placed at the end of time.
As far at the end of time as we could before people start deteriorating, getting diseased, start dying, obviously. That is how the universe ends.
We have here TM51 versus Wild Willam. His native...
Glormation.
Yeah, he's a native Glormation name. It's just too hard to pronounce for any being without exploding the minds of those who are either not like us or not from Glormation.
Yeah, we tried our best to translate his actual name into whatever language you speak right here, but obviously it is still unpronounceable by the common folk.
Right, and as mentioned before, this is a ladder match for a roster spot here at GWO.
Yeah, we will have a contract hanging in a briefcase above the ring. Whoever can get to it first gets the contract, gets signed to the GWO.
Now, who are you pulling for in this match?
It's a tough one because I do feel for TM51 being a slave in the Glormation mines, not having a life of his own, but also Wild Willam is so fun.
Yeah,
he's such a fun fella.
Dude, we've traveled with him since our last pay-per-view where they actually made their debut in our Elimination Chamber match.
Of course, yeah.
But here they are. We have TM51.
A charismatic fella.
TM51, not my pinch of salt either when it comes to, actually talking because he's all doom and gloom because all you know is his pain and work.
Exactly. I mean, his whole life, he is an android, a Glormation android. All his life, he has just been working in the mines. He doesn't know anything else. So really, it's hard to have a conversation with him.
Right.
Like, you guys talking about Cole?
You're like, hey, how do you like How I Met Your Mother? And then he's just like, I don't have a mother. I'm just like, oh well, geez, okay.
I was built in a lab. That's it.
Yep, and that's the end of the conversation. So it's really hard to talk to him. But Wild Willam, that guy's had some wild parties. He tells great stories.
Yes, of course, and he plays. He is a famous musician. He plays the Tyoiklph.
Yeah, he's great. I think he's considered the best in his planet.
Yeah, Tyoiklph, which is, to the common folk, it is like a trumpet, but it makes percussive sounds.
Right.
It's interesting.
Yeah, it's like a drum that you play with your mouth.
Yeah, exactly. And he is the best in Glormation.
Makes him really popular with the Lady Glormation.
Oh, of course. Yeah, they're all over him. TM51 does not have that fame and fortune. No one really knows who he is. he is just a slave in the mines.
A brooding figure, really.
Unfortunate. I mean, it is a sad story, and I do feel for him. I do not want him to live in the mines for the rest of his life, but just that Wild Willam fella. Such a character.
Such a character.
Such
Well,
a character.
you know, if you're going to go for Wild Willam, I'll pull for TM51.
There we go. A split match. We'll see who pulls it out here at the GWO event. And as you can see here, right at the end of time, very futuristic setup we have here. All these people going to die right after this, all these matches.
Look at that. He comes in on a motorcycle. What a badass.
So flashy, so amazing. Look at those stars in his eyes, stars on his eyes,
Stars on his chest.
Exactly.
He was a star
Stars
born.
in his mustache.
Oh my gosh, the star power.
Look at that.
He might put Dwayne "The Rock" Johnston in his place.
Oh yeah.
He might become the most electrifying man.
The people's stars.
Yes.
The people's mustache.
The people's everything.
Yes. Look at him jaunty.
The confidence that he
Ooh,
exudes.
look at that dance. Look at him swimming to the stage.
His back, bending back in such an unrealistic fashion that he really does deserve to be here in the GWO.
Showing off. It's right in front of TM51, who is a
Where's that
Glormation
cane come
slave.
from? Look, there's a cane now. Boom, bam. He's got cane.
Pulled it straight out of his robe.
Genius.
Just showing off to the crowd, really trying to give these people a show. He does truly have star power.
I will mention, whoever wins this match will have a spot on our next pay-per-view as well.
Oh, yes, of course.
Our next pay-per-view being the Overload pay-per-view, where everyone currently in the roster will get a chance to be in a match.
Yes, of course. And we'll have huge matches, 3-on-3, 8-man, 6-man matches. Obviously, we will have some one-on-ones just to kind of squash a few feuds, but it will be a jam-packed pay-per-view. Overloaded, if you will. But here is TM51, really fighting for his freedom here, doesn't want to give any guff to Wild Willam because his people have enslaved him.
Yes, and it's heart.
Yes.
This is his heart coming out. And it might also be some animosity towards the people that look like Wild Willam.
Yes, of course, because a lot of people look like him. Obviously not as flashy and as showy, but...
Or beautiful.
Yes, exactly. Or fun and flirty.
Those abs.
Oh, yes.
So defined.
That star right there. Beautiful star chest. But yes, TM51, it is a movement that is happening on Glormat, an interesting topic of discussion there. These androids were built by Glormation scientists, so do they get a say in their, in their livelihood, in their own autonomous nature?
Well, it might have been the issue of the Glormations themselves. You see, they made them too smart. They made them so that they could achieve consciousness. And at this point, in my opinion, they should, of course, give freedoms to those who are sentient enough to actually want
Fight
to make
for them.
and want to make their own decisions and not do as they're programmed to do.
Exactly.
Which is the point at which the Glormations have come to. The singularity, if you will.
And some, obviously, Wild Willam, he hasn't said his own piece in the matter. He hasn't publicly stated how he feels. But, it is... I do believe that these androids should get their own fair share, their own freedom. Even if they don't want to work in the mines, if they just want to work at a bookstore,
Right.
I think they should have that choice.
Start up a bookstore with the Bookkeeper.
Exactly. There we go. We'll see what happens when if TM51 joins the roster.
Yeah, he could become a tag team partner. I don't know how that guy, the Tome guy.
Dusty Tomes.
Dusty Tomes, man. Dusty Tomes might be mad about that.
That's true. He and the Bookkeeper have been getting pretty friendly lately, bonding over, obviously, Bookkeeper loves books, Dusty Tomes loves the ancient tomes, which are essentially books.
Yeah, with an unknowable knowledge only he knows.
Yes, and gives him mystical powers, but it's still technically something he read. So.
Right, correct.
And look at them outside of the ring, just Wild Willam really giving it to TM51. TM51 has that hardened metal exterior, that exoskeleton. Ooh, look, going into the crowd
Leaving.
there. Oh my goodness, going into the crowd. They're taking this into the seats.
This is
amazing.
intense. I'm loving it right now.
Yes, this is a real amazing feud going on.
This is fighting for your rights, fighting for
your life, essentially.
your life, fighting for you're right again, but to party. The parties that we'll be throwing with Wild Willam.
Yes, or with TM51.
Grand.
Exactly.
Grand times.
Amazing. And I'm sure those people in the crowd were fearful for, getting wrestled on. But they knew that these competitors... Ooh, here it is. TM51 going for the ladder. Let's see if he can get up there before Wild Willam can regain his strength.
A bold move. We'll see if it'll pay off for him. Oh, I will mention the mat this time around. Steel.
Oh, yes. Steel, nice... and those ropes right there, nice woven carbon fiber.
Yes, carbon fiber, all for the ropes, and then circuitry throughout everything.
Yes.
Just because at this point everything is connected through circuitry.
Yes,
so
connected
even
to
that ladder right there,
the
circuitry
Wide Web.
all over it.
Oh, look at this. TM51.
He's gonna jump.
Oh my goodness!
The madman.
Amazing.
The
knee
madman.
to the chest. That metal knee to the chest of Wild Willam.
And it on the backside,
Yes.
going into steel.
That was amazing. Even at the top of the rope, he knew he had to give it to Wild Willam before he actually went for that briefcase. Amazing. TM51 going down, really going to try and get...
Battling it out here on the top of the ladder.
Oh my goodness, he's...
Absolutely.
Oh my god.
That piston hand that he has. Breaking down the minerals in the mine.
Servos in his shoulder just going back and forth, punching Wild Willam. And look at that. Wild Willam is knocked out down below there. I think TM51 is going to take this one.
This might be it right here.
I think he's going to take this roster spot, and Wild Willam will just have to go back to Glormat and be a famous musician like he does.
And we'll miss him.
We will, but, we'll always hear those beautiful tunes he makes. Oh, my goodness. He might not have it. Wild Willam might be getting up here.
What's taking him so long?
I do not know.
It's just a briefcase on a rope.
He's never seen it before. All he knows is oh my
choke
God.
Slam. No, it got denied. He's just throwing him off.
My God. Every time Wild Willam gets up, he gets denied. TM51 knows this is his only chance to be free.
Has he calculated the way to win? Is that what it is? He calculated
in his
it.
mind. He is going through, and look at that right there.
TM51, congratulations. You're part of GWO.
He has won his freedom.
His contract is in the briefcase.
Amazing. This is a beautiful moment for not only the GWO, but for the Glormation androids. They have all been watching, and they are all very excited to see their brother being freed. And this might even, put forth a movement in Glormat to get these androids their rights. Amazing.
And of course, the first steps came on GWO Alpha Omega.
You know it. Come right back for the next match.
Let's go. Welcome back, GWO Alpha Omega, here for our co-main event. We have, of course, the theme being for Alpha Omega, the beginning, the end, the old, the new. We have the Young Bucks versus the Old Bucks.
Yes, we plucked them both from their respective times, the Young Bucks, and then their older counterparts, the Old Bucks, and they're going to battle it out here at Alpha Omega.
Did you say the Old Bucks and the Old Bucks?
Probably.
It's the Young Bucks and the Old Bucks. Yep.
Here we go.
Yep, there they are.
All this time, the end of the universe is really messing with my ethereal brain.
Time is starting to expand on me, and it's giving me some weird feelings.
Yes, hopefully these matches will go quick before we all deteriorate into dust. So that's gonna, hopefully we.
We just want to put. This match.
I had a scare there for a second. Sorry. Whew.
This match is going to be, just for funsies.
Yeah.
Just to see how they've aged. Let's see if the young whippersnappers will be able to take out their older counterparts, or if the older ones will kill the younger ones, and the younger ones will just cease to exist.
Yeah. It is really a sort of youth versus wisdom match.
Experience.
Exactly. See if the experience really will outweigh the youthful spirit of the Young Bucks.
And I have to say that these Young Bucks aren't as young as their youngest self.
Yes.
The youngest bucks.
The youngest bucks.
Yes, which
might come into play, at some point
right.
later on.
I mean, the youngest bucks probably could spring way more than the older ones, but
Yes.
they don't have the experience nor the wrestling training to actually be here. So we decided to just get the middle ground young bucks versus the really old bucks.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, this is really the peak buck right here. The pure uncut buck.
Right. This is where the buck stops. The buck stops here.
Yes.
Right here.
You get the bang right at the perfect spot for the buck.
Yes.
Not before, not after. Just right in the perfect middle. So there we go. We have Matt and Nick Jackson. And then coming up to the stage right here, we have Matthew and Nicholas Jackson.
Yes, of course, being older, they would like to be more respected,
Yes.
and they don't go by their kiddish names
They use
anymore.
their God-given Christian names.
Yes. Matthew Jackson.
Nicholas Jackson.
The old bucks.
Here they are. Really aged, but beautifully. They still have, they're a little pudgier, but they still have that beautiful tone.
Losing a little bit of hair.
Yes. Obviously graying a little bit, getting a little veiny, but still have that spryness that you always know and love from the young ones.
Yep, some wrinkles, but that's wrinkles from laughter and joy, from a life well lived.
A life well lived, a life of accomplishments, of defeats, of triumphs.
And sorrows.
Of course. So here they are, ready to fight their younger selves. Hopefully it won't be too much of an existential crisis for them.
Here they are at the end of time. So,
Yes.
what kind of honor would you have of being like, this is how it's all going to end. This is it. I'm here.
we go.
Here to witness the end of the universe.
So not only is it ooh, going
Just
at it right
kicks
there.
everywhere. You know what I'm most excited about in this fight? Super kick party.
Oh,
It's going to
yes.
be a super kick party. Everyone's going to get super kicked. Refs going to get super kicked. This baby.
The crowd.
I have a baby right here. It's
Oh,
going to get
Jesus.
super kicked.
So here we go. You have Nick and Nicholas going at each other. Like I said, hopefully
Totally miss.
that's like he's so spry, but like almost too much.
Right.
The
I think you know
overt-
what the issue is that gravity is starting to get fluctuated.
Yes.
And so there's actually less gravity, there's more gravity, there's no gravity, there's an infinite amount of gravity. It's just pockets. It's
Of
just
course.
pockets of time
We're
and
just
space go
zooming
everywhere.
We're just zooming through the end of this universe, the end of time. So yeah, everything's getting all wishy-washy.
He went through like a little bubble that was
Yeah.
just no gravity, and
Shot
then he
him
just
through.
shot it. Yeah, he's just gone.
But yeah, like I said, I hope they don't freak out here. Obviously, we are at the end of the universe, so they do have that fear of dying, but they also have this fear of seeing themselves out of time, seeing their older selves. That must be a trip. Ooh,
I noticed that the older ones, they're a little more tan. If I'm correct, yeah, I think they got some more sun. Maybe in retirement.
of course, yeah, they go on vacation to the Galapagos.
Yes.
So, a real nice get a nice sun out there, get some drinks, some mimosas, really have a nice time. They have since retired from professional wrestling. Obviously, they do a few appearances here and there, but mostly retired.
When they heard that they had the chance to come to GWO for one last match at the end of time, they said, "Oh hell yeah!"
Yeah, that's exactly what they said, both in unison. Oh hell yeah!
Yeah.
And so yeah, obviously, like I said, retired from professional wrestling, but they have opened up their own cantina on the Galapagos Islands, the Buck Cantina. So they serve up drinks, serve up sliders.
Their specials on Tuesday, out of this world.
Beautiful. They got those fried potato skins, just amazing.
Great.
Calamari out the wazoo.
You know what? I think I'm gonna take some mammoth meat with me. Take it to the Young Bucks Cantina, the Old Bucks Cantina rather.
Yes.
And then see what they can whip up with it.
Beautiful. Maybe some mammoth sliders. Maybe a little kebab. Who knows?
Dang.
Ooh, slamming his own younger self into the turnbuckle there. Ooh, and tagging in his brother Matthew. Ooh.
Oof.
Ooh.
Pile driving yourself. That's one for the books right there.
That is one for the books.
The kind of damage that you would place yourself in. I don't know.
Do you think that if they do any lasting damage to themselves, like break a leg, break an arm, do you think that's going to do damage to them currently?
That's the question. I think that's part of the reason why we wanted to do this match was to
Yes.
figure out what the rules of time travel actually were.
That would be, yes, because truly, if you did do some sort of accidental move where you murdered your opponent, would you
just cease to exist
Yeah.
if the older one kills the younger one? Is the older one
It's
gone
just
too?
Yeah, one dies, one disappears into dust, and then who knows at that point? I don't know what Jeffrey's gonna.
Oh look!
Ooh,
That's some payback right there.
did it to them as well. They're showing them that you have that move, but we have that move as well.
And we can do it better because we're
Yes.
younger, we're stronger.
Ooh, slamming him onto the mat. So yeah, Matt finally into the ring. He's been on the sideline this whole time, so he's ready to give it his all. Ooh, hitting those ropes there.
Breaking his own jaw?
Oh
Is
no,
that correct?
I believe that's Nicholas in there. See, it's hard, obviously, both twins, and then two sets of the twins. It gets so confusing at this point.
Oh yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. Yeah. It's crazy, especially since now their hair is gray, so it's the same color.
Exactly,
It's
yes,
extra
exactly.
hard to figure out which one I'm looking at.
Oh, going for a pin, but not even getting, barely a 1 count at that point. Oh, yeah, getting the
Doing
crowd
it,
hyped. He still knows
An
how to
old
work that
veteran.
crowd.
An old veteran. He knows what he's doing.
Oh, yes. Oh!
Finally
That was some of
getting
that-
it right.
That was some of that
That's-
gravitational pull as well. He jumped backwards and it took him diagonally,
Yes.
but
well,
it worked in his favor.
It worked in his favor. Maybe he knew.
Yeah.
That's the experience that he brought.
You know when you're going to hit a gravitational pocket.
You're just like, oh, look, it's an old gravity well. Boom. No.
Moves diagonally, move diagonally. Oh, going for the pin right here on himself, I believe.
Indeed.
Ooh, flipping him. Is he going to go for the pin as well? No, he's not. He's getting right back up. He's still got that old, even if he's old, he still has that energy to get right back up from any attack that goes at him. Tossing his own old body straight to Jeffrey, almost hitting him in the knees there.
This is one of those times when you really get to see when the younger self's actions really hurt the older self.
Exactly, yes.
You know how people are like, oh, you're going to feel that when you're 40, when you're 50, when you're 60.
We're going to see that in real time.
That's real time right here.
So and that's the tricky thing that these old bucks have to contend with is, should I do all this damage to my younger self and risk having, that pain come back to me? Or should I kind of pull it a little bit, maybe only hurt them for a little while and it won't affect me at all?
Right. And here's another question. Have they already experienced this match?
Oh, that's interesting as well, yes. The laws of time travel and physics are really interesting here in this match.
Here they are. It looks like they're pulling something out of the New Day.
Yes, the kind of
Unicorn Stampede. Yeah.
Interesting right here. It really...
They have had interactions with the New Day.
Yes.
Both in the past and the present and the future.
Yeah, correct. I believe...
Depending on where you're seeing it.
Of course, yes. They did the Street Fighter match against the New Day along with Kenny Omega.
Did you see our ref?
Oh, I did not. What happened?
He just threw down.
Really?
I think he threw down one of the Young Bucks.
Oh boy, Jeffrey trying to get take his own into this ring.
Yeah, I think he took out Matt. Like, Matt was, trying to break up the count, and then the ref just threw him down.
Dang. Well, I mean, Jeffrey really pumped up at this point. He has murdered 2 people, so...
Yes. You know what? Jeffrey might have a little bit of a bias, too. I think he came from a time when the old
is this
Bucks...
gonna be oh, man.
that was a close one.
But yes, he might have a bias towards, one of these teams versus the other. But yeah,
He I think he might have really enjoyed when the Young Bucks did their Santa Claus bit.
Oh,
and
yes.
They were the Santa Bucks. So.
And then he's getting a little bit of flashback from that here with the these old Bucks. But yes, Jeffrey has that pumped up energy from murdering the 2 superstars who we saw earlier who lost their match. Obviously, we have to erase them, create a new superstar, create a bigger, better superstar, and Jeffrey is our executioner for that.
I think we're going to super kick soon enough.
Oh, yes. Oh. Pile driver. See, yeah. And
too close. He's too close to the older buck.
Oh, here it is. Let's see. Oh. Yeah, he's going to kick out. It doesn't even matter.
Doesn't even matter. In the end, it doesn't even matter. And guess what? We are at the end
We
of
are
time.
literally the end of everything. But yeah, like I said, the older Bucks, they might be pulling their punches, don't want to do too much damage to themselves in their present because they don't want to damage their younger selves. But the Young Bucks, they don't care. They'll do as much damage as they can to their older selves because it won't affect them currently. It'll just affect them later.
Right, and they'll be like, I'll know not to do that in the future.
Yeah, exactly.
And like, I'll be better.
And so maybe
super kick.
Maybe the
love
old
it.
Bucks
First one.
Maybe the old Bucks do have an advantage here because they may have experienced this match before.
Ooh,
so close on a razor's. Ooh,
give it to that. Suck it.
But yes, they may have the advantage of knowing which attacks are going to come at them, or maybe not. Who knows how time travel works? Maybe this is the first time both of them are experiencing this.
That's true. Might be the first time. It might be the loop.
Yeah.
Might be
it is the first
like
time
the
and
10th
the
time
last
they've actually done this.
Yeah.
Asking his older self to get up.
Yeah. Ooh.
Ooh, senton.
Slamming him right into that mat. Ooh, going for the tag right there. Both
the
going
hot
for the
tag.
Bringing in both Matt and Matthew. Ooh, he will not give up. He'll keep on kicking. He'll keep on kicking. Oh, going for a pile driver as well. Ooh. Oh, Jeffrey felt that one. Oh, what's he gonna do? Ooh, setting up for something here.
I thought he was going to go for the pin, but
Yeah.
it looks like he's going to go for super kick number 2.
Oh, feel that in the chest. Feel that right in the chest.
This can't be the end right here. Younger one's going to break this one up.
Gotta be. Oh, broke it up right at the last second. Yeah, we know that you, the voice, Super Sean Scott Jones, you love those super kicks.
Oh, I love
That's
super
one of your
kicks.
moves.
Yes, I actually use it. I use a variant, though. I don't use the same exact one that they are currently using. I like to torque it and kind of
put a little
turn
spin on it.
A little turn.
Yeah.
Very nice little kick that I do.
Mm-hmm.
But, of course, it's not my
sweet.
finisher. It's just something I like to do.
Yes, of course.
It's not the way I end a match. It's the way I progress the match.
It's the way you do damage.
Right.
Yeah, it's just it's peanuts to you.
Just out of nowhere. Just like to break a jaw.
Boom.
And that's really where I like to put my focus when I'm
right
fighting.
On the jaw.
This is jaw work. Because everyone has that button.
Oh, yes.
The button right here on the chin.
You just hit it. Out.
Yep. And eventually, if you keep hitting it, you're going to push that button.
Yeah. It looks like trying to pump up the crowd over there, trying to get them on their side.
Trying to take a little bit of a rest, too.
Yes.
Walked around the ring.
Just trying to lazy stroll around.
Ooh, right to the back of the neck. Oh,
that has got to hurt.
That's going to sting.
Especially with the elderly back that he has. Really hurts right there. Again, pumping up the crowd. They really work in that crowd there.
And the crowd doesn't really need to be worked up at all.
I mean,
they're loving every minute of this.
They have to, because this is the very last thing they're going to experience. So they want to live it up as much as possible.
And this is the second to last match that they'll ever see.
Exactly. The second to last thing they'll ever see.
It's true.
Like we mentioned, after this, everything's going away. And we forgot to mention the previous match before this versus Wild Willam and TM51 for the roster spot. TM51 triumphed against Wild Willam, so he gets the roster spot. But what is going to happen to Wild Willam is we are just going to leave him here.
Yeah, so he'll be torn apart. He'll be torn asunder.
So unfortunately, he will not be able to create any more music, but the music that he has created is beautiful.
Right, and the protons and all of his molecules just tearing apart.
They won't live on, actually. They'll be gone forever.
Right. Everything's going to be torn apart. Electrons shooting everywhere. It's going to be a glorious way. It's blaze of glory.
Yes.
So,
And
what
that,
better way to go
exactly.
as the star that he is?
Exactly. Exploding just like a star. Ooh. Choking
Taking
him
him
with the
to
knee.
himself, right? No.
Oh, no, I believe, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
See, it's so hard.
Oh,
it's so
gosh.
hard.
Matthew, Nicholas?
Nick and Matthew. Ooh. Scrape in the face.
Here's where the experience comes in. Now, is he bleeding?
Oh, I believe so, yes. Right underneath that bandana.
Who's going to get their tag team to get into this match, finish this match?
Yeah.
Here we are.
Here it is. They're setting up for something here.
Oh, it's going to be more bang.
Oh, here it is.
More bang for your buck.
Oh! Oh! And then...
This might be the end.
This has got to be it. This has got to be it right here. The young will triumph over the old. Oh,
no!
My goodness,
Broken up!
Breaking it up.
He should have been able to stop himself.
Yes, but no. This match is truly a masterclass in experience, in that perfect wrestling spirit.
And absolutely, Matt is just destroying Matthew at this point.
Just really
and as soon as I
taking
say
it to
that,
himself.
of course, Matthew takes the upper hand.
Yeah, putting him to that bridge right there.
And it looks like in retirement that they've let themselves go a little bit.
Oh, yes. A little pudgier. I mean, obviously, they run the Bucks Cantina, so they're probably sampling some of those delicious
appetizers.
Yeah.
Yep. 2
those
for 1
drinks.
on Tuesdays.
Drinking a little bit of that brewski. But, they still...
Super kick number 3.
Ooh, looks like some of the electrons are really messing with the time continuum there, really messing with our broadcast. Hopefully this match will be over soon before we all deteriorate.
Well, we still have one match after this.
Exactly, yes. Goth Grandma versus Jane Ankle Express Johnston.
And that match is going to be just decades in the making.
Yes, of course. I mean, at this point, it'll be almost of all time in the making.
Right.
Been going from the 60s all the way to the end of time itself.
To clarify, 1960s till the end of time itself.
Yes, of course. I mean, there's been many 60s at this point.
Reversed?
Ooh,
oh my gosh!
Right into the pile driver right there. Oh my goodness. Laying him to rest. Is Jeffrey going to count this one? Is Jeffrey going to count this one?
Is Jeffrey going to count this one?
Jeffrey, you going to count this one? He's just scratching himself.
What?
Looks like he just gave...
This is the bias I was telling you about.
Oh.
This is the bias. Remember, he threw him down.
Yeah.
He took down Matt. And now that's going to be reversed. He's going to count this one. He's going to count this one.
He's going to count this one. Oh, he's probably going to have to drag him into the middle of the ring. Doesn't want any rope break, doesn't want any interference.
Just a nice resting hold. Because at this age, he doesn't have the stamina.
Yes. He's bleeding from the head there, as you can see. But yes, Jeffrey does have that bias going with him, so I don't know what's going on in his mind. Oh, tagging in. Let's see. Oh, goodness. Ooh.
Nice buckle bomb enziguri combo.
Suck
it once again.
Oh, goodness.
Giving it to him. Well, actually, yeah, giving it to him just again. Was it? Did he do it to himself?
I don't remember. That
was a long time ago. I'm confused.
Oh, this hurts. Ooh, we're getting close to the end, my friends. Our brains are deteriorating. Our bodies are deteriorating.
But we're still stretching on because this is Alpha Omega.
Yes, and we will not stop the wrestling. No, sir. We're bringing it straight to you, the fans. Even if all of the universe and all of time is going to end, we will not stop this match. And they will not stop wrestling. And look at them go. Matthew against Nick. Brother versus brother. Times apart.
A generation apart.
Yes. Ooh, smacking in the face. Ooh, but reversing it and hitting him in the back of the knees there.
Matthew, I have to say, is the Iron Man of this match.
Oh, yes.
Absolutely putting in his pedigree.
Bleeding, but refuses to tag out.
And maybe it's to save his brother.
Yes.
Not his older brother, but rather the old version of his brother.
Yes. Blocking all those kicks, except for that last one, obviously.
Breaking his ribs, it seems.
Destroying him. I mean, at this point, at the end of the universe.
An interesting note, both Matthews are bleeding.
Oh, yes, that is correct. And going for that pile driver. Is he going to go for the pin
How many
here?
pile drivers have happened?
Oh, okay, I guess he's going to count now, so.
Oh my God. I was like, Nicholas, do you want to, save your brother from losing this match?
but he did not.
He
'cause
did.
knows-
He knew.
Yeah.
He knew. He's like, oh, he's got this.
And
It's
that's
fine.
that twin sense in them. They've had decades to develop that twin biology, the sensing what each other's going to do. So he knew, oh, my brother can pull this one out. He can kick out of this one.
Once again, second time,
Here
more
we
bang for your buck.
Oh, and they might as well go for the pin at this point. He's got to be out. He's got to be worn out at this point. So we'll see what
He
comes
might
of
be
this.
dead at this
He
point.
might. He is elderly.
Once again,
No.
broken up by Nicholas.
Amazing. Oh, they
Reversal.
reversed it. Oh,
Oh my gosh, I thought he was going to reverse it again. I was going to be like, you
keep
got to
it-
be shitting
just
me.
keep it moving.
I thought we would see more super kicks.
Yeah.
I was excited
We've
for
only-
the super kick
we've
party.
only got 3
We got a
super kicks at
tombstone
this
pile
point.
driver party over
Yeah,
here.
one after another. And slowly getting up, both worn out.
He needs to tag out at this point.
Yeah. Oh, but he's going for the pin. That wasn't a
I
smart
don't.
move.
Yeah, I don't.
I think.
Oh, jeez, Jeffrey's
Jeffrey's
down.
out. Jeffrey's out. No, Jeffrey.
Come on, Jeffrey.
Oh, he's getting back up. Don't worry. Where are they gonna go? Oh no, reversed it.
He's like, don't bump into me again, you
I
bastard.
swear to God. I am the referee here. You listen to me.
Oh, the cheap tactics.
Jeffrey looking the other way. He did not see that
He
one.
didn't see it at all.
Going for the tag. Are they going to stop it? No, they will not. Oh. Whipping him. I don't even know who the leader man is at this point.
Oh, jeez. It's just a smattering of bodies at
Yeah.
this point. The collisions, the catastrophes.
Catastrophe, the brains getting harder to think, getting harder to move, but they will not stop. They'll keep on going.
Is he going to slam brother into brother?
Oh, goodness. He's setting something up here.
It looks magnificent, whatever it is.
Whipping this one into the corner, getting him out of the way real quick. Or I guess maybe he just set him up to kind of have a rest. Oh!
Oh!
That was spectacular.
Jeez, I didn't even know that could happen.
Yeah, that was amazing. But here we have Nicholas versus Matt, brother versus brother. Like we said, generations apart.
I thought that was going to be a pile driver.
Going for the pin. Let's see if he can get this one off. Oh, no. It's still going. Don't you worry.
Once again, an absolute barn burner.
Yes.
I love this.
Going for the frog
The
splash
second
there.
match to just blow my mind.
Yes.
This
Amazing.
night.
Spectacular technical skill here with the Young Bucks versus the Old Bucks. Truly magnificent.
Reversal into reversal after tag move,
Tombstone
pile
pile
driver,
driver.
super kick. I just love it.
They
This
will
is
not
this is what I live for.
Getting Jeffrey involved, not once but twice, just amazing.
And Jeffrey showing his bias.
Yes.
Absolutely
not counting pins.
hates Matt. He's like, I'm not gonna.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
He'll give him this one. But he knew he was going to kick out. He knew Nicholas was going to kick out at that point.
Well, Nicholas hasn't taken the punishment
Exactly.
that Matthew has.
Matthew's been, he's still bleeding over there. Just getting hit after hit. But those
He looks ready to come back in, though.
Yeah.
Nick over there. Nick is just like, oh, geez, this is so tiring for me.
Well, I believe Nick has been in the
Oh,
my.
super kick.
Amazing.
Just caught him right in the air.
Flying straight towards him, get the super kick right on the chin there. Let's see. He's going to go for the pin right here. Oh, my goodness.
Oh my gosh.
Still going, still kicking. That was a beautiful super kick. Punching him straight in the face.
You know, it's just at this age, do they have the strength? Does he have the strength? This match has gone on for how long?
Almost half an hour at this point.
Oh my God.
They must be tired. They must be tiring themselves out. But it's amazing the stamina that these people have, even at this old age and at the young age.
You know, they're called the Old Bucks, but I think that they're still young at heart. That's where the young part comes in. It's their heart.
And here he goes, setting up for another splash here. Oh! Hitting him right in the stomach. Let's see if he goes for the pin. Yes, he will.
Is this enough right here? No,
Oh my
it is
goodness.
not enough.
They will not stop. They will not give up. Kicking right in the back.
What possesses a man to beat himself senseless? To beat
do
his
not know.
brother senseless?
Beating his younger brother senseless. The young version of his brother. That just truly wants to show that, age is nothing but a number at this point. They still have that power and that speed. Ooh, stomping on the elbow. Doing a lot of damage. And throwing him on his back and stomping on the neck. Ooh, vicious attacks here at the end of this match. And just kind of stretching right there. Kind of stretching himself out. Let's see.
Nope.
Ooh.
This is going to be reversed. This match will go on forever. This
will.
is fight forever. Fight yourself forever. Fight your brother forever. This is the family.
They're going until the true end of the universe.
Out of nowhere, he wants to fight himself.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, going for the super kick.
Both at the same time. Ooh, slamming him onto the mat. This is the match that will never end.
Oh! Did you see that? He was gloating right in front of his brother. Nicholas
Got him.
took him. Rope. Bam.
Boom.
Took him out. Both brothers on the floor. Actually, both of the same person. Just,
Lying on the mat, flat on the mat.
Look at that. Oh,
Flat
joke's
mat.
over here.
There he is, getting up. Matthew knows he needs to overtake himself in this match. Kicking himself right in the shoulders.
Really, Nicholas has been just on point.
Yeah.
Absolutely helping his brother. Super kick. Perfect place. Near his brother.
Gotta do it.
This is
It's
where you
gotta
have to do
happen.
it. This is it.
Go for the pin. Do it.
1, 2. Oh my God.
It will not stop. They will not stop.
What was that? Super kick 4? I
Yes.
forgot. That was
I think
number
it's
4.
5, actually.
5?
I
Oh
believe
my
that's the
God.
5th super kick. Oh! Elbow to the back. Going for the pin.
Nope.
Oh, no, he's just going for the knee straight to the back.
He's gonna kill himself. That's what he's gonna
That's
do.
gonna do damage to his own back at this point. He's doing irreparable damage to his back. He's gonna develop scoliosis right in front of our very eyes. Doing a little dance here. Interesting dance he had going on.
Deciding what to do.
Yeah.
He's like, I want to tag out, but my brother's not there.
Yes. And also, we're almost at the end of this match, so might as well just whip him into the corner here. Oh, reversed him.
Reverse.
That's it. Reverse.
This is
Oh.
like, what was that one song?
Cha-cha slide.
Yeah, that's it. Cha-cha slide.
And, still...
Reverse.
Interesting fact, still very popular, even at the end of the universe. At the
Oh,
end
yeah.
Of time.
Oh,
They
definitely.
love the cha-cha slide.
I fucking love this cha-cha slide.
Oh, it's an anthem. It's actually the global anthem at this point in time.
Oh, really?
Yes, not everyone's come together and decided that the cha-cha slide is the anthem.
Take it back now.
One hop this time. One hop this time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Global anthem.
Great.
Really, it's interesting. This is really the battle of the mats at this point. Matt and Matthew have really been going at each other. Nick and Nicholas kind of on the sideline assisting as much as they can, helping out to make sure that they don't get the pin.
Right, and that's the thing. Is it that the mats, or do they hate each other
I don't
at this
know.
point? Because the amount of fight that they have in them, it's almost like he hates himself.
Yeah, they have this
I hate everything
rage.
you've become,
Yes,
and I hate
exactly.
everything you've done.
Exactly, yes. He might regret the decisions he's made, so he's trying to show his younger self, hey, don't make those decisions. Learn from me. Learn from what's happened to me, and be better. Oh, but here we go. Ooh!
Buckle bomb into an enziguri.
That's gotta be it. That's gotta be it right there. But it is not. They will not
Please
not
give me
stop.
another super kick.
Do it.
Yeah.
Oh,
God!
my goodness! Breaking that super kick, whipping him into the corner. Let's see what goes on right here. It's truly amazing that this match is still going.
This is the third more bang from the Young Bucks to the old.
The old Bucks haven't done it at all.
Nope. But they have done super kicks.
Of course.
And I
they
love
always
them
gotta
super
do the
kicks.
super kicks. And here we go for the pin. Nick going for the pin here.
2, broken up
Goodness.
at the last second. Why is he
match-
saying suck it at this point? At this
match-
point, you're just like, you gotta be frustrated, man.
This match is all of eternity. This match is.
At this point, should just be a tornado tag too.
Exactly. It might as well. They've been treating it as such. So, but here we go. Going for a frog splash here. Ooh. Going for the frog splash on his own self. Picking up.
Who's the legal man?
I have no clue. This match has been going on for so long, and my brain has been deteriorating for so long that
He brought up Matthew, and now he's okay. So Nicholas is the one.
Okay, so
there's
the
the super kick.
Nick versus Nicholas, super kick right to the chin.
Super kick number 6,
6, 7, who knows? But here we go, going for the pin. No one's stopping it. Oh my goodness!
How could he know? How many
How?
times he's gotten more banged? He's gotten super kick. He's been pile driven. He's gotten frog splash.
So many times, but he will not give up. He wants to show his younger self that, hey, you got to respect me. You got to respect yourself, and you got to respect the elderly. Matthew coming back into the ring after a well-deserved rest. Ooh, right into the buckle.
Snake eyes.
Ooh, stomping right on the chest. Trying to do as much damage as possible.
I thought we'd go for the pin on that one.
Yeah, he could have. But let's see what he does here.
You know, every time I think, oh, it's over. Look, another pile driver right here.
Another pile driver. Yeah, every time you...
No, it's been reversed.
Oh, my goodness.
It's been reversed.
Oh! A truly amazing match here.
I have no words for it.
Resilient fighters we have here. Oh, my goodness, knocking him off.
Knocking himself down to the floor.
Spectacular. Jeffrey doing the count out here.
It could be a count-out victory.
It could. It could very well be.
That might be the smart thing to do. That's the experience right there.
Exactly.
Because, okay, we can't pin them. Mm-hmm. We don't know what submissions are.
Exactly.
And then, so count-out might be the only way to get rid of our younger selves.
Well, let's see what will happen here. We're at a 5 count at this point, so it looks like he might be. Ooh!
He knew he was getting up.
Yeah.
So at that point, it made sense.
As much damage
At first, I was gonna be like, "You fool! Do not get out of there." But at that point, he was almost up, so I understand that. We're at 3. Oof! Right against the guardrail. Those legs whipping into it. You get that Charlie horse.
Yeah, that steel, that circuitry.
If you mess with that circuitry too much, you might get shocked too.
Oh yes, so there's a
it might
risk
be like
of that.
Yeah, Pikachu use electric shock type of thing.
Exactly. Oh, going back into the ring.
He wants to win it.
Yes.
With pinfall or submission.
Yeah, he wants to do it a traditional way. He wants to show the crowd what they want. Oof. Here we go, whipping him again. Just gonna keep whipping him.
Whipping him again.
Very interesting tactic. It doesn't really do damage.
I mean, a little bit, like on the back when you hit
whip.
the turnbuckle.
Oh my God,
Jeffrey! It's the second time he's fallen. Oh no! Well, he got right back up on this one. That's all right.
That one was fine. That one was fine.
He just keeps whipping him. Why are you doing this?
What is happening here? He can't.
Nicholas is like, I'm done with this. I'm not dealing with this.
Gone on
I'm
for
gonna
too
tag
long.
myself in. Now he's gonna get whipped. Okay, there we go.
Oh, but
The
here we
fourth?
go. The fourth time. More bang for your buck. Oh. You gotta go for the pin at this point.
No, you gotta get rid of yourself. You just gotta hit him. You gotta be like, hey Matthew, get out of here.
Oh!
There we go. Young Bucks have won.
A beautiful match, a truly masterful match there. The Young Bucks triumphed over their older selves, but the old Bucks really put up a fight. They really, truly proved themselves in this one.
They proved to me that they still got a kick in.
They do. You know, they might even have, a future in maybe coming back to professional wrestling. That was amazing.
I might want to see them again.
Oh, of course. We might bring them back here to the GWO. Who knows?
It could happen.
It could happen. I mean, I really do love
GWO champions, the old Bucks.
Oh, that would be
I like the sound of it.
But yeah, look at that. The flaunting, taunting right there. These were some just beautiful highlights.
our second 5-star match.
Of course.
Of the night.
Yeah, of the night. Ugh. And then right after this, obviously, we're going into our main event, Goth Grandma versus Jane Ankle Express Johnston. It's going to be an amazing final match, and amazing for these people here as well, because it's the
Death
last
approaches.
Thing, the last thing they'll ever see. They are really just excited to see this final match, the final match ever. We have done the first wrestling match ever and the final match ever.
Wow.
Truly, the GWO is better than every other wrestling promotion.
Wow. Let's go.
Let's go.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. GWO Alpha and Omega, our main event coming up right next. We have Jane Johnston versus Goth Grandma in a match decades in the making.
Eons in the making.
A person had to be born, raised, and trained as a wrestler in order to have this match.
2 people. She's the granddaughter of Annie Six-Shooter Johnston, who was the rival to Goth Grandma back in the 1960s in Texas.
Right. And it's because of that feud that they had back in the 60s. Miss Johnston, bless her heart, she was gone for decades. Like, we don't know what happened
Exactly.
to her.
She went dark.
Once that happened, Goth Grandma took the reins, championships up the ass, and then
Destroyed the GWO.
Pet Mom is one of her children. She became champion. Her grandkids have become champions.
Yes.
Goth Grandma has led a legacy like no other, and it was all thanks to her feud with Annie. That's right.
Annie Six-Shooter Johnston. Who she
Alice,
actually,
of course, is a separate housewife that we brought in a
from
couple
the
months ago.
50s.
Right.
But yes, Annie, who's one of her signature moves, the Texas Cloverleaf, Goth Grandma actually stole and beat her with to get that championship.
That's the greatest disrespect.
Yes.
And never since then, she's actually had it in her repertoire. She's been using it not as her finisher, but as her signature. A way to stick it to every foe that she's had ever since then.
Exactly.
And Miss Johnston here, she's going to take that right back for herself.
Yes, she wants to reclaim not only that move, but
it's an homage to her grandma.
Yeah.
Unlike the other one, when Goth Grandma uses it, that's an insult.
Exactly. Disrespectful. But right here, she's honoring her grandmother, who she trained with.
Look, all-American girl right here.
Exactly.
Love her. From Texas.
From Texas. Texas Cloverleaf. She loves this country, and she wants to show Goth Grandma, the Johnstons haven't given up.
Now, that's not to say that she doesn't come out on her own as well.
Yes.
There's a reason why she's called the Ankle Express.
Exactly.
She doesn't finish matches with the Texas Cloverleaf.
Oh, no.
No. She works the legs.
Yes.
All day.
Submissions.
All day.
Just twerking it, putting them into difficult situations.
And she ends it all with that ankle lock. She locks it in, it's done.
That's exactly why they call her Jane Ankle Express Johnston. But here she is, Goth Grandma, coming in with her women's championship belt that she still has. Is that true?
I don't know. Didn't she steal it?
I think she stole it just for a quick second. But I believe Slick Jackie is our true women's champion right now.
Yeah, so
she might just be trying to show Jane Johnston, like, hey, I have had this before.
Right. This is hers, apparently.
So I believe previous Brawl days, Slick Jackie and Goth Grandma have actually squashed their feud and become friends. So she might have just borrowed it from Slick Jackie. Just, hey, can I borrow this real quick? Just kind of show off to Jane Johnston.
Right.
So they have really, the Goth Grandma and Slick Jackie have become sort of friends at this point. But
I think Jane, it was a tactic. It's that tactic of like getting to the head of your opponent.
Fake her out. She's like, is she really the women's champion?
Is this for the title?
Yeah, exactly.
Does this put extra pressure on the match?
So she has no idea. Jane is not only is her brain deteriorating from, being the end of the world.
It might be also a pocket of just space-time continuum, just totally change everything.
Maybe this Goth Grandma is from a time when she was a women's champion. We don't know at this point. This whole end of the world, end of time situation has really been messing with our situation here. But nonetheless, we still have some great matches for you. Ooh! Hitting those ankles.
Going for it. Going for the legs. She works the legs. She doesn't only work the legs, though. She is a submission machine.
Yes.
And I hope you see that today in her debut match here on GWO.
Of course, yes. She is the woman of 1002 locks.
Dang.
But Goth Grandma still has that spring in her step. She is her blood's been boiling this past month, knowing that this match is coming, defending her reputation.
A woman of her age being able to do the things that she do is just phenomenal.
Yes, of course. She is 80, almost 80, almost 90 at this point.
Gosh.
So
and such a legacy.
Yes.
I'm always proud to see her. I wish I could see her all the time, but what is this? Into a crossface.
Spectacular, stomping on the back.
Wow. Just that was the kind of moves I was telling you about.
Yes, always with the submissions. Always.
You were like, wait, what is she going for here? Boom.
You never know. Exactly. Ooh, and here we go going for the pin here. Not getting it. Goth Grandma not giving it to her. Maybe. Who knows?
Now, is Jane Johnston wanting to end it quickly so that she can have it over Goth Grandma and her whole family, that she just cleaned the floor with Goth Grandma? Or is it something that it's like almost a fear, like, this has been what she's been driving for her whole life. Mm-hmm. I need to end it and not give her the opportunity to beat me.
Exactly. I need to close that gap, really get this squashed right away. But Goth Grandma's not going to give that to her. Even if she is elderly, even if she is almost 90, she still knows how to put on a show, and she knows how to put on a match, and she's not going to give up. Ooh. Oh, my God. Just kicking the knee, kicking the face.
That's someone's grandmother. Would you do that to your own grandma?
Who knows? Maybe in training.
An all-American woman would.
Exactly.
Jane Johnston would.
Jane Johnston is the one who would kick her grandma in the face. What's this?
Armbar. See, there it is. Oh, she's grabbing the leg. Can you see that?
Oh, my goodness. How's Goth Grandma going to get out of this one? She got herself out. She untangled herself out of that arm bar, leg bar.
Yeah, she had both the arm and the leg.
That was amazing. Ooh, kind of like pinching her opponent together. Bringing her out of the ring now. Oh, my God.
Right into those steel steps. I believe those were created on Neutron Star.
Yes.
Making them denser than the sun.
Exactly. The densest material known to man. So really trying to do, oh my goodness, trying to do as much damage as possible to each other in this match. This is definitely it's
a blood feud.
Exactly, in its most simple form of the family feud, a blood feud.
I would not be surprised at this time to see both women bleeding by the time this is done.
Of course. Good thing this isn't a first blood match, because I think we're going to see some blood here.
Goth Grandma making her signature comeback.
Mm-hmm. Setting her up right in the corner. Oh my goodness.
Went for that knee.
Oh.
Placed right onto the ground.
This is spectacular. The spryness and the energy of Jane Johnston, knowing that this is what her whole legacy has been building up towards, is truly something to behold.
Another thing I'd like to note is that while she was training to be a wrestler, she was also working the farmlands.
Oh yes,
in
being
Texas,
a true cowgirl.
Yeah, Johnston farm.
Yes. Oh, right on the head. But yes, you can see, she really does focus on the legs, on the ankles, but she does have that upper body strength as well, wrangling those cattle, everything like that. You got to have a lot of strength to work the farm.
Absolutely.
Jeffrey not wanting to get in any of that. He wants to get out of there as soon as possible, because these are some powerful women that will overpower you very quickly, Jeffrey.
Taking her to the top rope for what? I don't know.
Oh my goodness, what is going on here? Let's see.
A superplex. No, a Falcon Arrow.
Falcon Arrow from the top rope, going for the pin. And that's it.
And that's how she wins. Falcon Arrow.
That is how Jane Johnston does what she does best. She beat Goth Grandma, defended her honor.
and we'll see what happens on the next pay-per-view.
Exactly. I mean, this might come to a head at some point. Maybe Pep Mom, maybe someone else in the family will come up and try and defend Goth Grandma for themselves.
Yeah, and we might see it on Brawl Day tomorrow.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, definitely.
Yes.
Definitely, at least someone's gonna come on and do some mic performance, trash talking Jane Johnston. Obviously, like we said, Goth Grandma has so many children and so many grandchildren in the GWO. No one is gonna let this slide.
Well, Jane Johnston might be the one to take everyone down.
Exactly.
Take them to the Ankle Express.
Oh yes, they're all gonna ride the Ankle Express.
Well, we'll see you guys next time on our next pay-per-view, GWO Overload.
Yes, so come on right back to GWO Overload next month.
Overload.
Overload. And yeah, it's GWO time.
Go get them.
GWO get 'em, boys.